Hello，下午好，我是一鸣。今天周天呢，然后老感觉现在有点热呀。然后今天休息了一下，然后下午还有点时间，我再练习2个题吧。怎么这么热？热死我了！开会空调不？啊，我扛不住，因为我来月经了，所以要把抖。这第1天，考试周4差不多。我开始还担心他来晚了，正好都是前2天。但如果今天来是最好的，来的真听话。好，开始吧。说了2个，现在继续。
What's going on can help patients leave their fears at the door.
Leave the fear of the door. What's going on? How to help the patient take the fear on the door?
What's going on can help patients leave their fears at the door.
What's going on can help the patient take the fears on the door.
What's going on can
不录了吧？
What's going on can help patients leave their fears at the door.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on can help patients leave their fears. Leave their fears. What's going on?
What's going on can help patients leave their fears at the door. In the 1830s, periodicals appeared in large numbers in America.
In this time, the period is a large of American. A large number. Appear in large number in American.
In the 1830s, periodicals appeared in large numbers in America.
Periodical. Republication 这是一些issue 的 regularly.
In the 1830s, periodicals appeared in large numbers in America.
Periodical is period. Periodical period. Appeared.
In the 1830s, periodicals appeared in large numbers in America.
Periodic appeared a large number in American. Periodical appear a large number of American. Periodical. American.
I could not save my work because my computer crashed.
I couldn't save my work because my computer is crashed.
I could not save
my work because my crashed. 因为在我们家门口呢，这个好讨厌你。我就说我最近老感觉我头沉沉的，特别沉。可能是个月经。
work because my computer crashed. I could not save my work because my computer crashed. academic supervisor called in to see him last night.
The academic is supervised in the last night. Supervised in the last night. The academic super.
His academic supervisor called in to see him last night.
Supervisor.
Supervisor.
Called him to see him.
His academic supervisor called in to see him last night. His academic supervisor called in to see him last night.
Called in to see her. His academic called him to see her last night.
His academic supervisor called in to see him last night.
Called see last night.
His academic supervisor called in to see him last night. His academic supervisor called in to see him last night. His academic supervisor called in to see him last night. You should inquire about the direct deposit.
You should apply for the deposits. You should inquire about the direct. You should apply for the deposits.
Inquire.
Direct deposit.
Deposit.
Deposit. Position. Deposit.
You should inquire about the direct 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 deposit.
Direct. You should require.
Inquire. You should inquire about the direct deposit. Inquire.
You should inquire about the direct deposit.
You should inquire about the direct deposit. You should inquire about the direct deposit. You should include your name and identification number on the registration form.
You should require your name and identification in the register. You should include your name and identification number. 身份证号码 identification number. You should require your name and identification in the register. You should require your name and identification in the register. Identification number. Identification. 4点2个小时。
You should include your name and identification number on the registration form.
You should include your name and identification to the registration.
You should include your name and identification number on the registration form.
You should include your name You should include your name and identification number in the offers. Name.
You should include your name and identification number on the registration form.
You should include your name and the identification number of the form.
You should include your name and identification number on the registration form.
You should require your name and identification in the register.
The graph shows the percentage of people who smoke according to gender.
The graph is show the smoke who have the gender. The graph is show the detail about the smoke about the gender.
The graph shows the percentage of people who smoke according to gender.
Percentage. The graph is show the detail about the smoke about the gender. Ooh. Who smoke? According to the gender. According to the gender. Gender. 肚子有点痛，我休息一下。才开始10分钟，15分钟，休息一下。正好我的茶还有点烫，让它凉一凉嘛。啊，今天状态，今天我就没有时间涂脸了，就涂了一点香香，我就没有涂粉底啊什么七七八八，时间有点紧张。然后我们开始学习吧。今天第一件事，跟读一下吧。我已经看了一下单词了，今天多少度啊？看一下查一下位置。现在清迈今天多少度？香港长沙，有没有清迈？哦，今天有点高，难怪今天的清迈是有20多度，23到27度，难怪了。北的天气，北京，老挝3.8度，盐城10几度，娄底10几度，深圳是暖和的。 上考个口语，这太不对了。这一套打不了第一线，打不了第四。多五5比1，4比10。别少写这个吧。这个还不会考，服了。我这个是7分钟过了。真是。
The online handbook gives details of all courses. The university provides free accommodation for its students. Sociological studies emphasize the importance of the family. The findings are similar to those reported in previous research. Her statement was a clear expression of her views on this program.
Au fond.
The online handbook gives details of all courses. The university provides free accommodation for its students. Sociological studies emphasize the importance of the family. Sociological studies emphasize the importance of the family. The findings are similar to those reported in previous research. Her statement was a clear expression of her views on this program. Her statement was a clear expression of her views on this program.
Oh.想知道2S 的，4个5B 4B 好像没有。
The school encourages free expression in art and drama.
The students encourage. The university encourages students to free the drama. The university encourages students to free the drama.
We will feed the new information back to the company.
Can we use information from before the company? Can we use information from before the company?
Mutual respect is necessary for any partnership to work.
This is important for partnership to contact. This is important for partnership to contact.
Language games are usually intended to encourage students' interaction.
Language game is encourage students to do. Language game is encourage students to do.
The most important consideration is that the environment should not be harmed.
怎么办?
The most important consideration is that the environment should not be harmed.
The most important thing is environment. The most important thing is environment.
The most important consideration is that the environment should not be harmed. Language games are usually intended to encourage students' interaction. Mutual respect is necessary for any partnership to work.
Necessary.
We will feed the new information back to the company.
Can we use information from before the company? Back to the company.
We will feed the new information. The school encourages free expression in art and drama.
The university encourages students to.
We will feed the new information back to the company.
Can we use information from before?
Language games are usually intended to. The most important consideration.
Performances, social and physical, personal, social and physical needs. They also keep kids to improve their school performances, social and physical needs. They also help kids to improve their school performances, social and psychology, physical. Social and physical needs. They also help kids to improve their school performances. Social and physical needs. They also help kids to improve their school performances. It's important body to healthy. Your body use for many different jobs in keeping the most to keep it. Important for your body to stay healthy. Your body use from many different jobs. Important for your body to stay healthy. Your body uses for many different jobs. Important for your body to stay healthy. Your body uses from many. Important for your body to stay healthy. Your body uses for many different jobs. Important for your body to stay. It's true stuff. Including the first successful adult human heart transplant, the University Heart in the United States, and the first combat, and the first. Including the first successful adult human heart transplant in the United States. Including the first successful adult human heart transplant in the United States. Including the first successful adult human heart transplant in the United States. A huge shopping revolution is happening in China right now. For instance, a huge shopping revolution is happening in China right now. And for instance, a huge shopping revolution is happening in China right now. For instance, a huge shopping revolution is happening in China right now. For instance, a huge shopping revolution is happening in China right now. For instance, well, simple purpose by building a water well on the water course is using is a garbage smell machine. Drive to drive. Simple purpose by building a water well on the water course and use it to driver. Simple purpose by building a water well on the water course and using it to driver. Simple purpose by building a water well on the water course and using it to driver. Without the current situation and the state of the global economy, there is a much lower chance. With our current situation and the state of the global economy, there is a much lower. With our current situation and the stage, United States stage, and the stage of global economy. With our current situation and the stage of the global economy, there is a much lower. With our current situation and the stage of the global economy, there is much lower.
It is generally accepted that people are motivated by success.
It is general people to accept the success. general people.
He could not feel motivated when studying mathematics.
He is not motivated over the He is not motivated for the mathematics. He is not motivated for the mathematics.
The government has been committed to housing the homeless people.
The government provides housing to the homeless. The government provides housing to the homeless.
We don't need to have the experience of writing a story.
We do not to experience the write the essay. We do not to experience the write the essay.
There is no compelling reason for me to believe him.
There is not comparison reason to be this. There is not comparison reason to be this.
There was a stream at the bottom of the garden.
There is a street, I go to the garden. There is a street, I go to the garden.
Please bring back all library books by the end of the week.
Please bring back the library books. Please bring back the library books.
The new manager brings a great wealth of experience to the job.
The new manager is bring up the job.
It was decided by a unanimous vote that this school should be closed.
You need such, but the school will be closed. You need such, but the school will be closed.
Union leaders will meet tomorrow in an attempt to reach a settlement.
You need to read leaders tomorrow. You need to read leaders tomorrow. Distribution of the international students across the country. Firstly, the highest number we can find the United States, which is about the 14. Secondly, lowest figure is the German, which is about 5%. The Canada and Australia. This image shows information about the distribution of the international students across countries. Firstly, the highest number can be found in the United States, which is about 55%. Secondly, the lowest figure is about Germany, which is about 5%. Furthermore, the Canada, Australia, and the United Kingdom also carry important weight in this graph. In conclusion, this chart uses real data to describe the students across countries' increase. This image shows information about the distribution. Dark, and water. Background is glasses, and the water, the river has dark. The river water have flower. If you look at the top, this flow chart shows is a beautiful garden. This picture gives information about its beautiful garden. If you look at the top, the most obvious information given here is background, is glasses, is green. If you look at the bottom, the river and the dark shown in this part give a better understanding about this picture. Furthermore, we also can see the white color and some flower and water in this picture as well. In conclusion, this picture uses different elements to describe the nature. This picture gives information about its beautiful garden. If you look at the top, the most obvious information given here is background, is glasses, is green. If you look at the bottom, the river and the dark shown in this part give a better understanding about this picture. Furthermore, we also can see the white color and some flower and water in this picture as well. In conclusion, this picture uses different elements to describe the nature. 会不会太快了 ？Carbon footprint and emission. emission in Canada. When you look at the carbon, the highest the highest number is 2020 is 16 millions, lowest is 2010, and the emission according to the this image shows information about the carbon footprint and emission in Canada. According to the content, when we look at the carbon, firstly, the highest number can be found in 2020, which is about 1,600 millions. Secondly, the lowest figure is about 2010, which is about the 30 million. Furthermore, the 2016 years old also carry important weight and this graph. In conclusion, this chart is different elements to describe the millions tons. This image shows information about the carbon footprint and emission in Canada. According to the content, when we look at the carbon, firstly, the highest number can be found in 2020, which is about 1,600 millions. Secondly, the lowest figure is about 2010, which is about the 30 million. Furthermore, the 2016 years old also carry important weight and this graph. 2,000 trillion kilometers. Annual green energy products growing. When we look at the 2000, the green energy productive term, 1.5 is fine, it's around 2000, and it's green line. This image gives information about the annual green energy production growth. Firstly, the highest number we can find in 2015, which is about 5T. Secondly, the lowest figure can be found in 2005, which is about 1T. Furthermore, the 2011 years also carry important weight in this graph. In conclusion, this chart uses different elements to describe the increase of the blue line. This image gives information about the annual green energy production growth. Firstly, what is stage color light green didn't have any phrase that is green enough and including this analysis. Right, it's one is yellow and the red is orange. This picture gives information about the figure for an average annual and by the stage. Firstly, if you look at the right, the most obvious information given here is the map of the color is green, which is about 0. If you look at the left, the red color in this picture as well, the figure is 6. Furthermore, we also can see the stage color light green didn't have any frame in this picture as well. In conclusion, this picture uses different elements to describe the large enough is included this analysis. This picture gives information about the figure for an average annual and by the stage. First,
today, I'm thrilled to explore the transformative power of music, a universal language that transcends cultural. Today, I'm thrilled to explore the transformative power of music, a universal language that transcends cultural and linguistic barriers. Music, in its various forms, is not just a source of entertainment. It's a profound medium for expressing emotions and connecting people across the globe. Music's influence on human emotion is unparalleled. It has the ability to evoke deep feelings, from joy to sorrow, and can impact our mood and mental state. This emotional connection is why music is often used therapeutically, helping to relieve stress and promote well-being. Additionally, music serves as a cultural bridge, fostering understanding and unity among diverse groups. It reflects the history, struggles, and triumphs of different communities, offering insights into various cultural identities. Through music, we can experience the world from different perspectives, enhancing empathy and connection. Moreover, the evolution of music, from classical symphonies to modern pop, reflects the ongoing innovation and creativity of humankind. It adapts and evolves with societal changes, capturing the zeitgeist of different eras. In conclusion, music is a powerful tool that enriches our lives, offering both solace and celebration. Its ability to resonate with our deepest emotions and bridge cultural divides showcases its indispensable role in human society.
this lecture. This This lecture gives information about today express the power of the music. Firstly, the lecture began by giving introduction about this is good form of the music to have the emotion. Secondly, we have the ability, the music can deep thinking, and which is a lived stress and culture to understand the globe. I mentioned by the speaker, which are connected communication and experience the world. In conclusion, the lecture give the information about change is different area. This lecture gives information about today express the power of the music. Firstly, the lecture began by giving
The most important factor in communicating more effectively is actually the opposite of talking. It's improving your listening skills. You must learn to start asking questions and listen attentively without interruptions. As a rule, you pay attention to people you most value. When you pay close attention to another person when they are talking, you signal to that person that you very much value them and the content of their comments. This is very flattering to another person, and it causes them to respond warmly to your attentiveness. The major reason that most people have poor listening skills is that they're busy preparing a reply while the other person is still speaking. In fact, they're not even listening closely to what the other person is saying. They are thinking of other things and formulating their comments to be ready as soon as the other person takes a breath. Effective communication requires that you face the other person directly, lean slightly forward, and hang onto every word. Listen as though there were nothing else in the world more fascinating to you than what the other person is saying.
This lecture gives information about its most important thing is the talk. Firstly, the lecture began by giving introduction about the listening skill as its role is value. Secondly, with the person talking is common and mentioned by the speaker, which are connected. This is a major which apply the still speaking. In conclusion, the lecture explained the topic about thinking about the thing and take the breath. This lecture gives information about its most important thing is the talk. Firstly, the lecture began by giving introduction about the listening skill as its role is value. Secondly, with the person talking is common and mentioned by the speaker, which are connected. This is a major which apply the still speaking. In conclusion, the lecture explained the topic about thinking about the thing and take the breath.
Three students are discussing struggling with academic writing at university.
I'm finding academic writing so tough this semester. I just can't seem to get my ideas across clearly on paper, and my grades are suffering. I think it's the structure that gets me the most. I end up rambling and never really making a solid point. It's frustrating because I understand the material, I just can't articulate it well.
I totally get that. For me, it's the research. Finding credible sources and then putting them into my writing without plagiarizing is a nightmare. I spend more time worrying about citations than actually writing the paper. And honestly, just understanding what counts as good research is half the battle, you know?
You both hit on my biggest struggles, but I also think about how much there is to do. It feels like every class needs a massive research paper. Trying to balance that with everything else, like exams and stuff, is impossible. I start procrastinating because it feels so overwhelming, and then I end up rushing and doing a bad job.
Maybe we should look into the Writing Center. I've heard mixed reviews, but it could be worth a shot. They offer workshops on things like structuring essays and, proper citation, which might help us both, Chris. Or we could form a study group and read each other's papers before we hand them in. Fresh eyes can often catch things we miss ourselves.
I'm down for a study group. I've been meaning to try that. The Writing Center sounds good too. Although, I worry it'll be super busy so close to the deadline. I did hear from a friend that the library has research skills workshops. Maybe focusing on finding better sources could take some of the pressure off.
I'm in on both. A study group would definitely help with feeling so overwhelmed. Just having someone to bounce ideas off of could make a huge difference. And anything that makes my research better is a win. I'll check out the library workshops. And Sarah, maybe you can check out the Writing Center.
Deal. I'll look into the Writing Center and tell you what I find out. We could even set specific goals for our study group sessions, like outlining an essay or proofreading, like a certain number of pages. Having a structured approach might make it less scary.
That sounds like a solid plan. I think breaking down the writing process into smaller steps will make a huge difference. I'm actually feeling more optimistic already. Plus, misery loves company, right? It's good to know we're all in the same boat.
Absolutely. And knowing we're actually working on getting better is a huge confidence booster. I'm actually excited to start the next paper now. Let's figure out our schedules and get this study group going.
This discussion giving information is about the struggle in the academic writing in the United States. Firstly, the lecture began by giving introduction, talking about the sheets clay in the paper and the material in the noteware, and also talking about we have the writing center, have the workshop, both study group together. Secondly, Speaker 2 said that he is totally agree with Speaker 1, and the time writing to the group research, which is means the listening is good, and for the detail and for the deadline. And also talking about bring to the fear mixed with the company. Thirdly, Speaker 3 agreed with Speaker 1, and also that said that she is feel the big pressure and feel so bad job, and also talking about study huge difference when check the library center. And in conclusion, this discussion is talking about get better and confident and go into it. This discussion giving information is about the struggle in the academic writing in the United States. Firstly, the lecture began by giving introduction, talking about 我老咳，我在想是不是不能洗个头，还是咋了？
Our capacity to serve the community is a vital part of our role.
Community. Our capacity is the community of the world. A vital part of the role. Oh, 还有多少道题没念？
Postgraduate students need to complete the evaluation form before the end of the term.
There is too much information on this
Too
topic.
much. It is too much information in this topic. It is too much information in this topic.
There is too much information on this topic.
There is too much information in this topic.
There is too much information on this topic.
数个点啊，等我一下。下午去图书馆吧，念一下 WFD， 用键盘打一打，正好在图书馆。在图书馆如果去念那个阅读也会更好。拿的。25分钟吧。
Presentation skills are important to both universities and workplaces.
The major sports is in the university after school.
Presentation skills are important to both universities and workplaces.
It is important to the skill in the workplace.
Presentation skills are important to both universities and workplaces.
The skill is important to the university and the workshop.
Presentation skills are important to both universities and workplaces.
Show your passport and boarding pass at the gate.
Your passport. Show your passport and boarding pass in the front of the gate. What's wrong? 干嘛？他为什么一直我入不进？搞啥子？你好烦哦！这就可以了。哎，客气烦得很，搞啥子嘛？重来一下。
Show your passport and boarding pass at the gate.
Show your passport and boarding pass in the gate. Show your passport.
Show your passport and boarding pass in the gate.
Show you.
Show your passport and boarding pass in the gate. Show your passport and boarding pass at the gate.
Show your passport. Again.
Show your passport and boarding pass at the gate.
At the gate. At the gate. At the gate. At the gate. At the gate.
You can find the books in the library.
You can find the book in the library.
You can find the books in the library.
You can find the books in the library.
You can find the books in the library.
You can find the book in the library.
Different entrances to the program get the same qualification.
Different courses can get the qualifications.
Different courses can get the qualifications.
Program entrance. 啊，我这喉咙咳得我好痛。拿盐。咋办？
Different entrances to the program get the same qualification.
These different entrants to the program get the same qualification.
Different entrances to the program get the same qualification.
Different to the program to get the qualification.
You must call your doctor to make an appointment.
Call your doctor. You must call your doctor to take an appointment. You must call your doctor to make an appointment.
You must call your doctor to take an appointment.
Make an appointment.
You must call your doctor to make an appointment.
Okay, that's the one.
You can get coffee and tea in the lunchroom.
You can get coffee and tea in the lunchroom. In the lunchroom.
You can get coffee and
You can get coffee and tea in the lunchroom.
You can get coffee and tea in the lunchroom.
Please close the door behind you when you leave
Please
the room.
close the door behind you. Please close the door behind you when you leave the room. Please close the door behind you when you leave the room. When you.
Please close the door behind you when you leave the room.
Please close the door behind you when you leave the room.
Behind you when you leave the room. Oh,
Please close the door behind you when you leave the room.
再就是还有2天，今天跟明天，后天我就考试了。
Please close the door behind you when you leave the room.
When you leave the room.
You can keep your bag in the back room.
You can keep your bag in the back room. You can keep your bag. You can keep your bag in the back room. You can keep your bag in the back room. 你看普通我就简单，难的就先把普通搞完吧。
There has been a delay in processing the enrollment due to the computer problems.
怎么会有难的呀
There has been a delay in
？There has been.
There has been a delay in processing the enrollment due to the computer problems.
There has been delay due to the computer problem. There has been delay due to the computer problem. 怎么有难的呀？不应该都是简单的吗？啊，简单的搞完了就50分，就没。
Presentation skills are important to both universities and workplaces.
Presentation skill is both in the university and the companies. Workplace. Presentations are important, both in the university. 记一下。Presentation skill is both in the university and the companies. Workshop.
Presentation skills are important to both universities and workplaces. Presentation skills are important to both universities and workplaces.
You are late for the appointment. Please reschedule.
You are late to the appointment. Please do. Reschedule. You are late for the appointment. Please do. You are later. You are late to the appointment. Please do. Please. You are late to the appointment. Please. 哦，这个单词我懂。哎呀，怎么办？喉咙好痛。我咳得太猛了吗？咳起烦了。Please. B.
The topic for discussion is usually related to the topic for a speech.
The topic will be discussion of the speech. The topic will be discussion of the speech. The topic will be discussion of the speech.
The topic for discussion is usually related to the topic for a speech.
The topic for discussion is usually related to the topic for the speech.
The topic for discussion is usually related to the topic for a speech.
You can put the fruits on the chair.
You can put the fruit on the chair. 哎，我觉得 you can put the fruits on the chair. 我读了吗？这个题 ？Fruits. You can put food on the chair. You can put the fruit on the chair. Fruits on the chair. You can put the fruits on the chair. Fruits.
Prepare the report for the manager.
For bed is of the manager. For bed of the manager. Prepare the report for the manager. Oh my god.
Prepare the report for the manager.
这我就不一样，这个对。Prepare the report for the manager. Report.
Prepare the report for the manager.
Children can share their lunch at around noon.
Children can share the lunch on the room.
Children can share the lunch on the room.
Their children can share the lunch and around the room.
Children can share the lunch on the room.
我都念过的这些。
Children can share their lunch at around noon.
The teacher's difficulty is always considered when assessing student marks.
The student are always and of the marks.
The student are always and of the marks. The student are always and of the marks.
Teacher difficulty.
The teacher's difficulty is always considered when assessing student marks.
The teaching difficulty are always to the student marks. Difficulty.
The teaching difficulty are always to the student marks.
不要这样。The teaching difficulty, the typical always student marks.
The teaching difficulty are always to the student marks.
Students marks. Students marks.
The teacher's difficulty is always considered when assessing student marks. The teacher's difficulty is always considered when assessing student marks. The teacher's difficulty is always considered when assessing student marks.
The teacher difficulty is always to the student's marks. The teacher difficulty is always the student marks. The teacher difficulty, the teacher's difficulty are always the student marks. Accepts.
Please read the first two sections before next week.
Section. Please read the first section before the week.
Please read the first section before the week. Please read the first section before the week.
Please read the first two sections before next week.
Globalization problems require global solutions.
Global phenomena can be close.
Global phenomena can be close.
Globalization problem, global situation. 好了，休息一下，马上回来。再见16秒，再读一遍 globalization problem.
Globalization problems require global solutions.
Solution. Global problem require globalization problem require global solution. Globalization, 哎，这个考多吗？还有20多个人考了。Globalization problem requires global solution. Global problem require global solution. Global problem require global solution.
Globalization problems require global solutions.
Globalization problem require global solution.
Globalization problems require global solutions.
Global pollution. Globalization problem requires global solution. Globalization problems requires global and the solution.
There are 3 separate assignments for this module.
They have 3 assignments of the module.
They have 3 assignments of the module.
Module.
They have 3
Assignments. There are 3
They have 3 assignments of the module.
They are They are.
There are 3 separate assignments for this module.
There are 3 assignments on module. There are 3 assignments of the module. There are 3 assignments of the module. There are 3 assignments of the module. 第一次还更好一点。There have 3 assignments of the module. Assessment. Assessment. Oh. 3 separate. 再来一个。
Students can download the materials from the website.
Students can download the material on the website. Material. Students can download the material on the website. Students can download the material on the website. From the website.
I have to get up early for an interview tomorrow.
I have to get up early, have an interview. Have an interview. I have to get up early for an interview. I have to get up early, have an interview.
I have to get up early for an interview tomorrow.
I have to get up earlier for interview. For interview.
The internet provides unique opportunities for students to engage with current events.
The internet provides the opportunity for the students.
The internet provides unique opportunities for students to engage with current events.
好了，休息一下。家里，待会见啊。Hello， 晚上好，太多了，刚回来，头发乱成一锅粥了。好，刚刚上完课，然后从图书馆回来，今天是肚子还是有一丢丢的痛，但是我是能 cover 住的那种。现在已经10点25了，然后我想就是因为明天最后一天嘛，今天是倒数第2天，然后想再刚刚写了几个题，再做一下，做一点点内容，这样11点半休息，把头发扎一下，因为我不喜欢头发披着。开心，其实刚刚写那个朋友圈，我还想写点什么东西，但是留着后面表达吧，先把当下的每一分每一秒利用上，好好休息。我明天应该肚子就不会那么痛了，今天稍微好一点，但是今天上午在学的时候肚子还是痛了一会儿，不是很痛，就是胀痛嘛，丢丢。因为我的那个嘴是比较大的，我来月经了，所以。周4的话就是第4天、第5天，我周天来的，所以就还好。周3、周4，希望我的状态更好，正常发挥。扎一下头发，弄一下。七七八八整了才。 看我写的东西就是我当时稿里面有读的。
对，那这道题如果现在让你来看的话，你能看懂它的意思吗？
总是我太难了，我不看了吧，不看了，就先让我去学习一下。今天看了他发的一个有新的，考得很好的。哎，我知道这个咋回事啊？有抽烟的味道，我去把窗户关了。我闻烟是很敏感的，我一闻都。闻到一丢丢的烟味，我就能闻出来。好吧，哎呀，快点，TIWI International Organization, New in Army, or Support International Organization 去写这道题。好，写过这道题的，先把我今天默写的这个看有没有问题。啊，痛，妈呀！With the idea for the following reason.多少数呢？怎么不上？你不要欺负我呀！两个差不多就是一个。这个老师发给我作文的文件，看一遍。来吧。10点半，差不多1个小时，加油！读一下作文啊。说明是检测到的能力时间管理，先把之前履行独立思考，不同的人交流，管理预算，现实技巧，加深个人成长，亲身经历新的文化，激发学术的兴趣，建立自信 ，confident， 按时完成的要求，然后为职场做准备，确保公正竞争 fair competition。and 责任 this is a duty and reward deadline， 给1次2次免罚的机会，可以要求额外的任务 ，A 的走社交获得阅本，替代方案可学习书面的方式，是一种有用但不完善的评估知识的方式，有效的测试基本知识和历史教育。 检测对课堂知识的掌握，测试写作的能力。It's a writing skill, OK. Just a writing skill and conversation. 时间管理，这里也有时间管理。这里是啥？管理预算，管理 management。During the task itself， 无法展示团队合作的能力，无法检测实践的技能，一紧张无法展示真实的水平。It's nervous. 课后可以巩固孩子的表现。Extreme class, where the class during after school provide academic benefits, balance the free time and the way for children development. 哎呀，我拿个东西，放在我肚子，我这有点痛，一丢丢痛。救命！一边吹空调一边穿个衣服，啥意思？笑死！衣服有点厚。这衣服也是气好大，然后抱起我吧，我有点冷。但是我吹空调，哎呀，关了吧。这衣服好大，把我抱起来。帮助理解难点，理解难的概念 ，difficult concepts and improve the problem solving skill。language 可以充大词汇量，提高高效能。科学应用自由绘画，充足的玩耍时间对培养创造力和保持心理健康必不可少。自由绘画和搭建活动能激发想象力和创新思维。户外集体游戏带来放松，帮助缓解压力。学业压力，还有与朋友进行角色扮演，情商。好，下一个就是电脑 ，Computer is the most important invention。发明 ，invention 新发明 ，invention。好，来看一下 ，Computer make daily tasks easy and save a lot of time and efforts. The first, we can use online banks to pay bill and manage money without leaving home. Invention let us shopping online and almost anything have the delivered to our door. It helps us quickly to find the recipe and watch the video learning new cooking skill in the kitchen. It connects us with friends and family and provide fun ways to relax. We can have the free video calls with our relatives or a way to see their face to talk. 免费 free the video face is free, and the computer allows us to watch the movie and listen to the song when we look for the entertainment. This new interactive has found our classmates and share the live updates on social media. 好，让我们来看一下电视的积极作用。哎呀，分享过一个，吃点甜的，会不会好一点呢？我就想简简单单复习一下，还有搞。今天晚上就吃了2口那个叫什么寿司，蛮厉害，我都没怎么吃，就吃了2口，没什么胃口。我沉迷于学习功夫。我今天还带了香蕉去的，我都没吃。打包了，早上都没吃。来根香蕉吧，让我看能不能肚子缓解一下。Television save many useful functions in our daily lives. Television is an excellent tool for the relaxation and entertainment. After a long day, and watching a fun show can easily keep you forget the stress from work or study. enjoy to move with family, and it's important to cheap way to have fun together at home. It provide 忘记学习的压力和家人一起工作。It's provide a quite personal way of personal 无需出门 It provide a quiet and personal way to without need to go outside. Documentary channel I offer 这是一个小香蕉，这是我肚子有点痛，我看能不能蘸甜的缓解一下。但是应该不是饿的吧？知识点。It's also show act as a source of knowledge and company for the people who live alone. China of the information about nature and different culture. The voice from television can make an empty house feel quiet and lonely. Cooking or DIY shows teaching you practice skill, and you can use it for your life. 像实用的技能。Television 出入两个角色。Television role is informed more important than the role in the entertainment. 新闻是前面老有摩托车事故。Inform people help them understand the world and make better decisions. In the daily news program on TV keep us updated on important global events, helping us stay informed about the world and education. Documentary can increase our knowledge about science and history. Us more knowledgeable people. Public service. The TV spread vital history, healthy information, which can directly protect the viewer and save life. However, much of the TV 它有意义并非，然后许多并非非常有意义和有效 effective. And however, much of the TV entertainment today is not more meaningful and effective. And many popular reality show focus on correct the drama rather than provide the really education value to the viewers. And some candle show candy, or just smell.
Comedy.
Comedy show is love and 只会一笑 to the audience and 没有意义。Does not need to form the public or for the quality. 好了，再来到一个是太空旅行。这个太空旅行好像是没看到过意思，请你快一点。太空旅行，公共资源应当优先解决地球上的紧迫的环境问题和昂贵的太空飞行。投资环境解决方案直接影响地球上的人类安全立场。接着公共发展清洁能立即减少城市的污染。自治水处理厂确保得到安全的水和健康。读一下 OK。Use public money to develop clean energy can immediately reduce air pollution in our cities. Funding the water treatment plants ensure communities have safe drinking water and better healthy. Support sustainable farming helps protect our food supply from climate change effects. 持续的农业，可以许多的再生项目。Building a single spaceship could instead fund many renewable energy projects for communities. The higher cost of the space experiments needs less money for protecting endangered species on the Earth. Many spend on space tourists could better be used to help coastal cities prepare for rising education. 社会这个我需要 building efforts 建筑设计 A good building design simply make the place we live and work in much nicer to be here 必须更舒服 and well-being design make the daily life easier and more pleasure and a lot of natural lights to apply pattern the self-electricity and make people feel good at home. Having shopping and the coffee on the ground floor, making the stress more lively and convenient. Less labor or country yard, give the people the place, making the neighbors and relax. And the poorly designed building can make the area feel uncomfortable and unwelcoming. The huge building where no window look cold and make the stress feel depression. Even if a new office block the sun and the park noise comes cold and empty. Buildings actually is hard to get the bus and the feet carriage off from the rest to the town. 紧求 the pressure is problem 紧迫的问题 and the facing the issue international organization and climate change is the most pressure in the global pressure.
Pressing.
Pressing problem and the climate change is the most pressure in the global problem. Climate change is the most pressing global problem. Survey 导致粮食倾斜 is having the cause destroyed the globe, the cause food, short stay tiger worldwide, and the rising sea level, and the can pollution freshwater, pollute, and the source of the many of the people living near the coastal. And the big floods and the storm can imagine forms and making for the price go up for everyone. Governments must such a clear role and invest in the green future for everyone. Just such a clear role and invest in green future in everyone. Government should put a higher price on the pollution to push the company toward clear energy sources, and the stop funding the use the money to support the solar and the wind power research. They need to build better and cheaper public transport systems in cities and between them. 好，这个图了。Next one， 谁为气候负责 ？The public issue government should take the lead in solving climate change. Only government can create the efforts, law and protect the environment for everyone. They can make the stretch pollution law for the large company and push them or break them. Governments can use the taxi and provide clean energy and make them more expensive. They can set the natural recycling laws that can individual and business must follow. Governments have the money and the power to build the green infrastructure we need. They can pay for building public transport, helping make many people travel less, and only governments can protect the large forests and the nature parking from being destroyed. 出自进公交 and 等保护大片的森林 and they have the can invest in green technology research that truly expensive for most companies. 还有人看到了这里吗 ？OK， 那是我工作已经最后一个了，最后2趴。工作，work and economy right balance. Maintaining a healthy work-life balance is extremely important for the overall well-being. This balance is vital for the mental health and personal relationship. The first one, constant overwork can lead to higher stress and make people very tired and unhappy. Spend quality time with family strengthens the bond, 建立深度的连接 and create happy memories. Good balance and helps review out and keep us motivated. It also helpful for work. Modern work culture and technology make this balance hard to achieve for many people. Many jobs now expected quick reply to email and message during personal time. The equal. 看手机，这确实说的很对。I had to check the work from completely blue and black between professor. Personal life, the public is a work related time for personal life. Never come and need a practical solution. This issue is widespread because modern work culture and economic pressure. Many officers work regularly, unpaid overtime, which directly reduces pressures. Person turn up to work and it's a highly cost labor force. Many people to take the multiple jobs. Leaving time very little time for themselves. The world spread uses a smartphone often means work messaging introduced into the family time and personal activities. Companies should encourage flexible working hours around the employee to better balance their work tasks and personal life commitments. People can improve their personal life by setting clear boundaries, such as not to check work email during the family dinner. 清晰的边界。Learning to manage your time effectively at work can help people finish tasks faster, gain more free time for themselves. 听一下 podcast， 老师们听一下，确实这两天没听，为什么这么短期了？
Hello, English learners, and welcome to English Pod. My name is Marco.
I'm Amira.
And Amir. Hello, everyone, and welcome. Hello, everyone, and welcome.
Hello, English learners, and welcome to English Pod. My name's Erica, and I'm here with Marco. Marco, hurry up!
Come on.
I'm coming.
Hurry up, Marco. We've got a lesson.
Okay, I'm here. What did I miss?
The lesson.
All right, sorry about that. We have a great lesson for you today. We have an elementary lesson.
That's right, an elementary lesson about being in a rush and about giving directions when you're in a car.
Exactly.
We're going to listen to two friends who are getting in a car and they're getting ready to go somewhere and they're in a big hurry. So let's hurry up and listen to the dialogue. Erica.
And today with Erica, we have a very aggressive lesson for you today.
That's true. We've got a revolutionary.
Oh, 不对呀、第8周。就是这个。
Yes, today at English Pod, we're protesting. So, Erica, why don't you tell us what a protest is?
Well, when you protest something, you go into the streets and show your disagreement.
Right, and you yell and you have signs and everyone's just protesting.
And the news comes, and if it's not clear now, it'll be clear after the dialogue, I'm sure.
Definitely. So, why don't we start with our vocabulary preview?
Vocabulary preview.
We have two words in our vocabulary preview today. The first is bankrupt.
Bankrupt.
So if a company goes bankrupt, what happens?
It means the company doesn't have any more money.
So it can't pay salaries.
It
Can't pay its bills. Yeah. So basically, if it's bankrupt, it's probably going to close.
Exactly.
Okay, our second word today is bail out.
Bail out.
Bail out.
Bail out.
T-A-I-L. Bail out.
So bailout is when the government gives money to a company that is about to go bankrupt.
That's true. It's emergency money that will help save the company. Well, these two words are taken directly from our dialogue. And in today's dialogue, we're going to bring you live to a newscast.
Right, so why don't we just listen to the dialogue?
This is Action 5 News reporter Sarah O'Connell reporting live from Washington, D.C., where a protest has broken out. Thousands of angry citizens are protesting against the proposed bailout of the auto manufacturing industry. Sir, Sarah O'Connell, Channel 5 News, can you tell us about what's happening?
Yeah, we're here because we feel this is an injustice. The financial irresponsibility of big business has to stop. We're here to show the government that we don't like the way they're spending our tax dollars.
Sir, but what exactly is making everyone so angry?
It's an absolute outrage, Sarah. The U.S. government wants to give $25 billion of taxpayers' money to the auto industry. These are companies that have been mismanaged and are now nearly bankrupt.
I see. But many supporters of the bailout argue that it could help save the jobs of millions of hardworking Americans.
That may be true, and I, for one, don't want to see anyone lose their job. But how can these CEOs ask for a bailout when they're making billions of dollars? And then they have the nerve to fly to Washington in private jets. This costs hundreds of thousands of dollars. They're asking for money. That is just not right.
Good point. This is Sarah O'Connell reporting live from Washington, D.C. Back to you, Tom.
Yeah, there was some great language in this dialogue. A lot of language we use to express our anger.
Right. And one of those words, and the first one for language takeaway, is injustice.
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 And injustice.
No,
So an
even
injustice is something that isn't fair.
It's totally unfair.
It's
unfair.
Yeah. This is an injustice. Let's look at our second word. Outrage.
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 And outrage.
So Erica, why don't you give us an example of how you would use outrage?
There's no more coffee. This is an outrage.
Yeah, there we go. That's an outrage. Okay.
Let's go to our next word now.
Breakout.
Break out.
Break out.
Break out.
So we have some great examples on how we use breakout. So let's listen.
Example 1.
War is broken out in Antarctica as countries of the world fight for control of the icy continent.
Example 2.
Officials are warning that fighting could break out in the border regions.
Example 3.
A forest fire broke out last night.
Well, this is a wonderful phrasal verb that means to begin suddenly. Okay, so I think that's pretty clear.
Yeah, break out.
Let's go to our next word now.
Mismanaged.
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 So when something is mismanaged, it's
Not managed properly.
managed poorly.
Poorly, right.
Yeah. Our final word today is
Have the nerve to.
have the nerve to.
Have the nerve to.
I think this one also is a little bit difficult to understand.
Yeah, but we have some great examples prepared for you, so let's listen to them.
Example 1.
I've been in love with you since the 3rd grade, but I don't have the nerve to tell you.
Example 2.
I don't believe it. You have the nerve to ask me for money when you know I've just lost my job.
Example 3.
What? You have the nerve to bring your new girlfriend to visit my mother. So have the nerve to is like dare to do something, right?
Yeah, how dare you?
Yeah.
Have the nerve to. It's like, I can't believe you would do that.
Yeah, I think that's quite clear. Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of great words in our dialogue today. And also, we have some really interesting grammar in today's dialogue.
Right, so today, let's look at some grammar breakdown.
Grammar breakdown.
In this section, grammar breakdown, we show you a particular grammar structure and explain a little bit about how that structure affects meaning. So it's not really about getting the grammar perfectly right, it's about understanding the meaning.
Right. And in today's lesson, we saw some really great examples on how we use the present perfect tense.
Let's listen to an example from the dialogue.
Where protest has broken out. Where protest has broken out.
See the verb here, break out, like a protest has broken out, happened in the past, right?
Right.
And it's still going on now.
Exactly.
So present perfect is used when we're talking about an event that happened in the past and is continuing on now.
Exactly.
Or is continuing to affect now.
Exactly.
Okay, I think that's pretty clear.
Yeah, but now if you want to indicate or if you want to demonstrate that the action has finished, the event is over, then you would say it like this.
A protest broke out. A protest broke out.
In this form, you see that the protest is over. It happened yesterday already.
Right, and I think it's really emphasizing the fact that it is no longer affecting the present moment.
Exactly. So remember the difference between present perfect and simple past. Now, if you want to know more about these tenses, present perfect and simple past, be sure to go to our website at englishpod.com. In the grammar section, you can find some more great examples and a really clear explanation on how these tenses are formed. But now we are ready to listen to our dialogue a second time.
Second time.
This is Action 5 News reporter Sarah O'Connell reporting live from Washington, D.C., where a protest has broken out. Thousands of angry citizens are protesting against the proposed bailout of the auto manufacturing industry. Sir, Sarah O'Connell, Television News, can you tell us what's happening?
Yeah, we're here because we feel this is an injustice. The financial irresponsibility of big business has to stop. We're here to show the government that we don't like the way they're spending our tax dollars.
Sir, but what exactly is making everyone so angry?
It's an absolute outrage, Sarah. The U.S. government wants to give $25 billion of taxpayers' money to the auto industry. These are companies that have been mismanaged and are now nearly bankrupt.
I see. But many supporters of the bailout argue that it could help save the jobs of millions of hardworking Americans.
That may be true, and I, for one, don't want to see anyone lose their job. But how can these CEOs ask for a bailout when they're making billions of dollars? And then they have the nerve to fly to Washington in private jets. This costs hundreds of thousands of dollars. They're asking for money. That's just not right.
Good point. This is Sarah O'Connell reporting live from Washington, D.C. Back to you, Tom.
Okay, Erica, so what do you think about this situation?
About the bailout of the auto industry. I think it's a bad idea.
Why?
There's so many reasons. I mean, I don't think it's fair for us as taxpayers. Well, I guess I'm not really an American taxpayer, but I don't think it's fair for the taxpayers to have to pay for the mismanagement of these companies. I mean, they've got so much debt. They've produced cars that nobody really wants to buy, and now they're in trouble, and it's not our money that should be spent on saving them.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that, but you do have to take into consideration the fact that if these companies go bankrupt, thousands of people will lose their jobs, and not only the people that work at the factories, but also people that work for other companies that supply these factories.
Yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying, Marco, but at the same time, we can't support an industry that isn't working properly. I mean, if one of these companies goes bankrupt, it's going to be terrible. But it will force the other two companies, perhaps, to manage themselves better, to streamline and become more efficient. I just think it will be better in the future.
Well, it could be, but also maybe all three companies can go bankrupt. It would be sad because the American car, the American auto industry is a symbol of prosperity.
Yeah.
It's also the symbol of like the American culture in general.
I guess that's true.
So it would be a shame for it to go bankrupt because everyone owns a car in the United States, or most people, and it's just something that we can't lose. But it is an interesting topic, and we also want to know your opinions about this.
Yeah, listeners, please come to our website at englishpod.com and tell us what you think about this bailout and about this lesson.
On the website, we'll post a link to the news article where you can read a little bit more about this because this is actually going on now.
That's true. Well, everyone, thanks for listening, and until next time, bye.
Bye. 算再听一遍吧，这个有点难。好，我们再把这个看一下，有效管理边界，这个读完了，然后再来把这个放进去，这个是，不错。还有哪些问题 ？With agree with idea food reason helps. It helps. A stable future. university, train for the people.这剩下的我小两片，哎，我还有片呢，不见了吗？哦，这个是上次的吧？没成功，为啥呢？喂，哎呦我天，救命！像这个删了吧？是不是没网啊？有网啊？秀，用秀。别这个不给你来看。评个分。with the idea for the follow reason, a stronger with the idea, a stronger with the idea for the follow reason, a stronger with the idea for the follow reason. Risks. Building a result. OK， 下一个。好希望再多1个小时给我。是这个位置的。错误。画满了。好了，我们再读一遍。There is no doubt that a stronger with the idea following reason helps reduce pressure or unnecessary risks. Few responsibilities. People can focus on building a stable. Few responsibilities. People can focus on building a stable and successful future. According to a report published by Beijing University by over people with less stress tend to have of the people with less stress tend to have productivity for stronger mental health. Over 55% of the people with less stress to have high productivity and stronger mental health. In my experience, I have seen those who tend to have tend to achieve the better results. On the other hand,我真的有点难受。哎呀，这身体难受。好难集中，但是这个其实没中到，再多一下了。喝口水压压惊吧，喝口水压压惊。我真的觉得我还挺适合穿蓝色的衣服，对吗？显得精气神。以前我是有一条蓝色的裙子，我穿了就特别好看。自己夸自己的，那是谁呀？我很少穿裙子。School and company wise decisions. School and companies provide support to help people needing a balanced lifestyle. Planning and spreading are necessary to improve on the earth, and agree with the idea. I strongly with the idea for the following reasons. I strongly with the idea for the following reason: reduce pressure and few responsibility. Focus on building a stable and successful future. People can focus on building a stable and successful future. According to a report published by the university, older people with less stress tend to have with less stress tend to have older people with over 55 older people with less stress tend to have higher productivity and stronger results. In my experience, and I can see those who tend to achieve better results. On another hand, believe that, but this problem can lead to the problem in this is important. It is important to balance priorities and make wise decisions. Productivity decisions, and schools and companies, parents, kids, students should support teachers, provide support to help people maintain a balanced lifestyle, a stable future, a balanced lifestyle, a better future. The future. And in conclusion, this is the best choice. Careful planning and support are necessary to improve the situation and create a better future. 再打一遍吧。救命！这群孩子吧。一下怎么就要11了？我还没做，我先打一下吧，这个时间。这个是现在这个时间啊。哎呦喂！哎呦喂！ 新开始。哦，不需要记，因为这里它有。笑死。随便写一个吧。Oh my god！ 他怎么可以这样？他直接给我搞没了。你干嘛？我移一下，好讨厌，又得重新来。回去看看。复制一下，怕出错。OK， 下一张。 好了，写完了，6分钟，找找少错。最后一个是6分钟。4. Patient stress. 好了，这一次就好多了。像6分钟的是只错了一个。好，下一个。现在31了，我再做一道 SST 吧。1分钟了，因为还有没有想完。
The stability of emotion differs among the stability of emotion. The stability of emotion
写2个吧，好不好？这本我还有7道没写，他明天任务太重，今天写了。现在又热，也出来太多。
among different persons. Think about the stability of emotion differs among different persons. Think about the people around you. Some people usually have nervous moods like a roller coaster, an intense experience, while others have a small varying range, relaxed and peaceful. We might say that one person often feels tense, with strong fluctuation of emotions, while another remains generally calm and maintains a stable mood. So what does science say about which way of feeling is better? Research finds that the secret of happiness is of a mild contentment. True happiness isn't found in extreme highs, like moments of euphoria or very low lows. Instead, it comes from a mild mood, a gentle sense of satisfaction that stays with us over time. That brings us to a very useful idea. You should find a point of balance, and the ideal mood is moderate strain and contentment. Let's break this idea down into 2 parts. First, moderate strain is not the same as harmful stress. It's the kind of positive tension that helps us focus, learn, and grow. Without any challenge, we might feel too loose, without direction. Second, this is balanced by contentment, a calm and grateful attitude toward everyday life. This isn't about big, exciting moments. It's the ability to appreciate small good things, which helps reduce major fluctuations of emotions. So, whether you're naturally more like a roller coaster or more like a quiet lake, you can learn to find your balance.
Each words of people, ability, emotion around you. Talking about people, ability, emotion around you. First week, clear that experiences, and more can feel it. But VETTER. Later, we learned that is a happy change is a high and low over time. And then each was showing that useful ideas. Helps. Helping balance lifestyle, not adding in the end. The lecture. Because for them there's a topic. It's VAIN. Change the daily life and appreciate. The talk was about people, ability, emotions around. Ability. Emotion around you. Firstly, each was clear that. Important experience, feel， 这是这个 note。这个内容是多的，他能打9分呢。哎呦，这就没还6档。再写一道中等的吧。
In recent decades, journalism has been
等一
faced.
下啊。
Challenges. So, what has happened? In recent decades, journalism has been faced with challenges. So, what has happened to journalism? The rise of the internet has a great impact on journalism, specifically the ways it is produced and consumed. Because the internet democratizes people, ordinary people can get involved in journalism. It takes steps for people to feel enthusiastic about the changes in journalism. The internet not only speeds up spread of news, but also helps people gain information in various ways. Thus, journalism now becomes a collaborative process in an imaginary way, which is unexpected. For example, even small pieces of ordinary video can be of a new type of journalism.
journalism. Communicate. Let's talk with about the reason to social media changes internet. Journalism, 看能打出来。Journalism newspaper 好像。News. Report. 行。Normal people communication. Think.提交吧，可是我有点晕了 ，burst。不错吧？6.1分，拼写错了哪个 ？Video 哦，我的内容分布就不高。前天有个 first。哎，像拉 近50了，好快呀！已念了14道，写一下。London 55。It's Korea. With the key figures and the lesson colors and the pictures display. Before sets with the alignment display. 就这样吧。哪个？错了 ，display， 这样问。Display。对不起吧，下一道，把写过的念一下。你说这个全对，哇哦，顶吗？下一道。哪有文明吗？We saw this draft female leader achievement. Research, support. Argue. 那为什么就一份 ？Periods, research. Okay. A period of. And this is argument support. Research. Period of the time, and this is the research supports. 绿色空间，一种什么 off 啊？不同吗？Various type encodings of lighting combination, plans, reducer, lower, contribute, massive focus, 不知道。defer, reduce, reduce 成了。普通嘛。柴油全对了，搞定。已经55了，快点睡。Temporary search those, this which temporary search those. With a few. 40年了。The lifestyle influence 嘛。 China also have the 热情呗。Practice， 哦，哇，只错了一个 efficiency， 我看一下这个句子。practice 自然疗法，哦，自然 natural， 自然疗法。10年热情 efficiency， 功效。也是这里，看一下啊 ，natural 自然疗法。这个还有个疗法的意思，可能。好吧，来再来一次。This is practiced and a few decades. Australia and is interested in social teaching have influence and efficiency the research. 快点，还2分钟，我快点。哎呀 ，serious is modern behavior. The between the behavior gap, bridge gap. How can we in the risk taker? We can begin the compare. We can able to discovery. In order to possible. Maybe. 12点了，但是我先把这个弄了，把这个刷一下，我就会熟一点。对一个就够了，不要要求太高。The study campaign the which seek to tool flavor tool seek the answer. Found the training quarter response training 应用and single with the task communicator skill plan to send to result to answer to sign to test funding bundle plan估计这个题目还是 answer 对 apply 应用 without 没有事先训练 send to apply 应用 好嘞。是回答 C under the apply 应用知识 apply 的 understand 应用理解 send the test 发生测试 without 训练训练再来一遍，还有对了一道found the 刚刚说的 found the apply 应用最后 send to plan 发送测试 and without the training 先前的 training OK 发送还有好几道了哇我很想挺多道的现在达到了第几道给我还有几道先写完吧写完我就早点睡也没早点睡都快12点了就相当于不听歌了待会洗漱完就睡觉 Research suggests a magistrate to live a life the life change and more and factor unemployed including and also common 普通的原因造成 also 什么 part played a part 哇哦太棒了我又对后来 it's Twicken's England it's Hickory I read through country instead country successful 错了看起这个传变传变
Vivid.
微微传变在这里收藏一下一点的千万不能全错第一个呀 Import a global slang language and play the law of display particularly and the people who have knowledge like stable discover 是
Ideas.
想法对语言的想法tools 工具对了吧 yes 我写完了最后一个 RO 啊来 RO 看多不多我真的有点眼睛睁不开了已经念过的我念了几道了念了3道那就来吧怎么只念了3道哇好长 however 这个做过吗？对呀、我写没写过的，怎么是未练习的、已练习的呢？是要14道。这个真的没有一点印象。 这个还是有一点宇宙星哈。下一道，齁了，哎，交吧，先交吧，0分。大概想的是一个什么东西啊？救命！好了，不弄了，13了都已经。哦，好了，谢谢大家看到这里。今天是最后一天了，明天就考试了。好了 ，Good night， 我睡个好觉。昨晚肯定睡得贼香。好了，大家也做个好梦哦，大家好好照顾自己哦。然后订阅我的频道，谢谢大家，拜拜。我先把我镜开眼镜了，我先去洗漱了。Good night。